Hey everyone, JSD Cool here, and welcome to Scrapmachanic. Scrapmachanic is an open world building game, sandbox game, kind of like Minecraft, although, unlike Minecraft where the sky is the limit, Scrapmachanic, it's more like the lag is the limit. Because this game has some pretty serious calculation issues, and if you don't have a pretty good computer, you could probably not do much in this game. But luckily, I have a good-ish computer. So, this video is pretty much just going to consist of me showing you the game. The next time I upload a video on this game, I'll actually show you junk, because I actually have something planned. But here we are at the main menu. There's the load game. I have some games. I'm not going to actually go into any of these yet. There's new game, which we currently only have creative mode. Survival mode is intensely being worked on, which is why this is currently in a test branch for something that is still in creative mode. And by default, you just have the flat and terrain world. These I'll get to later. And you create terrain, which you have the world builder and the tile builder. I'm not going to select these because it will actually open them up. But in the world builder, you get to piece together tiles to create these different pre-created worlds, and then you can name them. I'm just going to go into a randomly generated terrain world of default tiles. Then there's also tile builder, which you can create custom tiles to put in the terrain, to put in the worlds. However, you cannot put the worlds on the Steam Workshop. You can put the tiles, but not the worlds, which is kind of annoying in case you have stuff lined up perfectly, or I don't know. Then you have character customization, which changes between the male character model and the female character model. Not much there. You have your standard options, controls, audio, graphics, display, blah blah blah. Not gonna go to that. And then you have exit game. I'm not gonna click that because that'll pretty much end my recording. So, new game, creative, terrain or flat. I'll just do. There's also have this green flat, which is pretty much just the same thing as a flat world, except the ground is green. Create. Yeah, you have name. So, video. Let's just call it that. Now there's mods that you can get on the Steam Workshop, or you can create your own. Recently, in the test branch, they released script modding. If you don't know how to opt into test or beta branches on Steam, go look it up. I'm not going to tell you. So for now, I'm not going to load up any of these mods. I'm just going to show you the vanilla game, because the vanilla game is pretty good. Unlike Minecraft, it's not all about cubes and blocks. It's a little bit about circles, as you can see by some of these videos. I wish I could show you with the mouse, but currently in the loading screen is not there. Also, you can see as with this computer, I'm still taking forever to create the world. Probably just because my hard drive is a terrible hard drive. I should be getting a new one hopefully later this week that I'm recording this, but hopefully before the end of July, because it's currently July 3rd. Tomorrow's the 4th. I might do something special before the July video, but so yeah, spawn into a world, which is a randomly generated world made up of select tiles that were built into the game. None of your custom tiles. Now, hold on, what am I doing here? So, your basic move controls are WASD like most games, so that's walk around. You have the scroll button to change between selected hotbar items. Space is jump. Default crouch is control, but I've changed that to shift because that's more Minecraft-like, and I like that. And default sprint is shift, but I've changed that to control because that's more Minecraft-like. I'm just used to that, and I don't want to have to, when I'm switching between games, deal with that. So yeah. By default, a right click, left click is build in place, and right click is break, kind of like I have set up in Minecraft. Reverse to default Minecraft, but I switched that in Minecraft. So, yeah. But so as you can see, with a block like wood or concrete here, as you can see, these are the two blocks that you start off with in your hotbar. You can drag and to place them as multiple things, and you can also do the opposite button to cancel the action that you were about to do. Whereas with something like a tire here, I cannot drag and place it. What drag will do is will offset the point at which it's contacting, so that it doesn't have to be completely centered, or I don't have to build other blocks. Same goes for something like the driver's seat, gas engine. Yeah. But unlike Minecraft, this game, you can also rotate items in this game by pressing Q. Now, unlike Minecraft, this game doesn't have such thing as floating blocks. So, I'll delete this, if I can delete this quickly. See, it falls, and has physics. And the hammer, you can actually hit things with it. Now, this is the mechanic handbook, which I don't want here. You can see I can hit it around. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's just annoying. Let's see. Okay. So now we can come to the lift. The handy tool that pretty much is easy to delete You can raise it up and down within a certain limit. That's the limit. You can stand on it. You can build things. Generally start building vehicles off of this. Although I should note that once you started building, you cannot click on the rest of the lift to build. If there's something already on top of it. And also, this was later added. You can press E or the use button on it, and you can open up a window of your saved blueprints, which you can or may or may not upload to the Steam Workshop. Also, will display your downloaded items from the Steam Workshop, like here. I really got to manage my downloaded items. I really got to manage my subscriptions, or any uploaded items like this train, which I will show you in a later episode. Now, also, you can press. I don't know if I mentioned this. You can press up and down keys to move this up and down, and that's pretty much it with this. But now, if we press I, we get opened up to a huge inventory of lots of different parts that we can use to build and customize our creations. I'll start off by talking about the tools over here on the side. Now, I've shown you the hammer mechanic in the mechanic handbook. I'm just gonna remove all the rest of these things. Actually, I'm gonna keep concrete. So, we also have shown you the lift. So, on that we have the connector tool, which is right here, the paint tool, the weld tool, and newly in the test branch, the spud gun, aka potato gun. It's fun to just shoot. So, on to functionality. The paint tool allows you to paint surfaces, or really just anything, specific colors. Although it is worth mentioning that not all parts of all blocks will be paintable to that color. Some stay their originated color. So, like, if I were to grab something like, say, this door piece, which I don't know why it even exists, submarine door apparently. If I were to paint this, say, green, it wouldn't paint everything green, just the part that's red, you see. And it works like that for pretty obvious reasons, so that you can actually still tell things. But you can still customize things to a certain extent. Now on to the weld tool. The weld tool has two basic functionalities, but it's pretty obvious what it does. Say you're working on your amazing creation one. Oh no! You accidentally severed a piece. How would I ever put this back on? Well, with the weld tool. Just select here and paste there. If it's not orientated right, press Q to rotate. Yay! I don't know why I'm doing this. That is the first basic functionality of the weld tool. The other basic functionality of the weld tool requires the lift. So, this is mainly for, say, in case you have two separate entities on your lift that's separated by, I'll get more into this later, say a couple pieces of suspension or something like that. So, you place down block, suspension, block on the suspension, next suspension, block on that suspension, and block here. By default, if I remove the lift and get out the hammer tool, jeez, I'm so unprepared for this. You can see that, actually, if I remove this, I can hit that and it'll contract. But say, what if you wanted these to be directly connected? Well, then you take out the weld tool. When on the lift, you get this interface where it'll highlight the parts that are their separate entities. You can go like this. And there you go. Now, this is one entity. And apart from this here, which if I was trying to weld it there, I can't, because they're only separated by one entity on each side. So that is a pretty handy functionality of the weld tool. And pretty much is what it's used for. And now the spud gun. Oh, the spud gun. The spud gun recently added... Well, let's just remove this for now. The spud gun, it has functionalities. One, shooting. In survival mode, this will actually hurt the player, but now it'll just push them around. And two, its second functionality is to destroy certain blocks. Now, I could go on for hours just with this spud gun here, but you can see we have three different types of blocks here. We have the concrete block, the glass block, and the cardboard block. Cardboard was also added in this test branch. Now, if you notice, I'll shoot at the cardboard wall, nothing happens. Shoot at the glass wall, that awful sound, plus holes. And There are actually holes, because I could fill them back up. And then we look at the cardboard wall. Nice texture, but also holes! So as you can see, this thing will make holes in certain blocks, but not all blocks. In the vanilla game, those blocks are limited to cardboard and glass blocks. But other than that, it's severely unlimited. And the only other thing I haven't shown you is this connection tool, which won't do anything until we get a creation out. So let me try to start making a vehicle for you. So actually, there's a few more things. We have various interactable blocks in the inventory, but something I should probably show you is the bearing. It's kind of like the bearing is kind of like the mascot for Scrapmachanic. I don't know why. But what it does is it allows things to rotate. However, when on the lift, everything is static. So as you can see, I can do this, and then say extend that to the side, see it'll rotate down. Now, if I were to try to do this same thing on the lift, so notice it would not move until I take it off the lift. So the lift makes anything on it completely static, and therefore reduces lag from anything that may be on it, which is why you want to try to put it on the lift. Also, the lift can be placed on any creation that is attached to the ground. While attaching to the ground won't give it completely lift-like properties of not having the ability to have things rotate, it will give you the ability to place down the lift on it. And now, compared to every other block in the game, when you delete what's under the lift will not fall, because the lift has no physics. It has collisions, but no physics. Which is not... Where did this come from? Did that fall under the map? I don't know. Anyhow, so, the connection tool. What the connection tool allows you to do is, say, connect that bearing to, say, this gas engine. As you can see, you have these dots. You can rotate the direction it rotates, and then with the gas engine, you can power it up, and you can see it spins. Might be a little bit hard to see. So, as you can see, that's spinning. And now, where'd that go? Yeah, as you can see, this game is pretty fun and experimental with stuff. So, that's the basics of this game, I think. So there's also other blocks like the tote bot heads, which can be used to make sounds, but they're pretty quiet. There's the logic gate, which is actually a very important block to the game, but was never originally added. It was actually a while. So the logic gate comes with 6 conditions in it. It has the AND condition, which requires all inputs, which requires all connected inputs to be active in order for it to turn on. The OR gate, did I click that? Nope. The OR gate, which requires any input can be on in order for it to have activity, which is handy in creation if you want multiple things to activate one thing. And then we have the XOR gate, which if there's an odd number of inputs on, will be on. If there's an even number of inputs, will be off. And then we go to the inverted NAND, which is all, if none of them are on, it will be on. Actually, if all of them are on, it will be off. The NOR, which if any of them is on, it will be off, which is just your simple inversion. And the XNOR, where if an odd number is, or if an even number is on, like 0, it will be on. If an odd number is on, it will be off, as you can see. So that's the basic functioning of the logic gate. Also, kind of to go along with the logic gate, is the timer, which, you know, it's simple what it does. It outputs a signal after a certain amount of time. It's pretty simple. You also have different types of seats, like the bathtub, toilet, normal driver's seat, normal seat, the saddle, and the driver's saddle. We have like the sensor, which will sense who's from where, and then we have the piston, which was added sometime in 2017. And this thing is killer. It's super strong, able to lift tons of weight, go straight up. It's one of the most requested features in the game. You can configure it for different speed and different heights. You can click this. Also, it's connectable to controller like a bearing to like micromanage and sequence it with everything else. But like the bearing, it'll disappear if you delete what it's connect to. That makes sense. Really? Totally. Yeah, totally does. We have different wheels, and I am very bad at making cars, so I will not make a car for you here. I will spawn in a car that I have on the left here. Although I don't have too much that isn't using mods on here right now, like my good car, mods missing, you can see. Where is it? I can never see this thing because it's so tiny. Yeah, you can see I have a lot of stuff. I have this thing which is mods missing. This was my first actual creation. It's very top heavy, and I suggest you never use it. Where? I can never find this. Oh yeah, I have this big metal platform, which, oh yeah, a lot of collisions will cause the physics engine to kind of go weird and cause you to lag a lot. So I have a big platform made of metal. You see there. Where is this car? See a lot of my other creations that my lift just swamped with. What? Where is it? Where is it? Did I delete it by accident somehow? Oh, here it is. It was in plain sight, but I didn't see it. This is my good bad car. This is the car described in the mechanics manual. I can't get it to go much faster than this, or else it'll tip. See, it doesn't have that good a turning radius. In fact, maybe if I added some weight to the front of this thing with the metal box, because each block has a different weight, as you can see over here on the side by the description and the name of the block. Maybe this would make it turn better. Oh yeah, that feels better. I don't know, I should probably save it like this, but yeah, this is the basic car, like seriously basic. People have made a lot better cars than this. This also flips. See yeah. Also, just in case you didn't know, when you get to like too many blocks being placed down in your world, your character will no longer have this running animation that you can see here. He'll just T-pose and float everywhere like some sort of weird goddess. That's only just so that, also this guy has a sprinting animation now and a crouching animation. It's nice. Also, if you're wondering how I got to this nice third-person mode, there's two ways to do this. By pressing the C or X button, or by pressing and holding Alt and scrolling. Also, another shortcut is Alt-Z, which will hide your GUI for like nice screenshots. This game is on Steam, so obviously the screenshot button is F12. But yeah, that's also, if you place the lift, it does this to you if you place it on yourself. But yeah, that's Scrapmachanic. I'll maybe show you some mods later. I have a challenge for viewers coming up. But yeah, Scrapmachanic, everybody. I'm gonna be uploading a lot more of this in the summer. Also have a lot of other videos that you're probably not gonna see for like a week or something, but this I just got to create this first. So, yeah, Scrapmachanic, everybody. Can't show my front, which is annoying. Oh well. But yeah, it's a very useful game. It's very fun. You can create some insane things in it. Like, oh, let me see if I can spawn in anything that somebody else has created with Scrapmachanic. Let's see. Not that. Not that. Let me get out of this hole first. Also, another thing that you can do is take a whole bunch of seats, slap them into a wall, just get in and get out with the use button, and make your way up a wall like that. So, things that people have made. Let's see if I've actually unsubscribed from this thing or not. Oh, there it is. A 20-story elevator with pistons in the vanilla game. Might want to get out the weld tool to get, because also in big creations like this, you're gonna want to weld them to the ground, or else you might get a bit of a frame droppage. Oh, look at this. There. Oh, much better. So yeah, this is a nice elevator here. I'm just gonna show this off. Somebody else made this. Let's see, connection tool. Is the elevator coming down? Oh, I can hear some elevator music. Yeah, you can see this thing has an insane amount of connections and logic. I'll go up all the way to the top. There's also a radio. It has some pretty standard music. When it gets to the floor, door opens. You can get in. There's some logic back here, but most of the logic is at the top all the way up there. This is 20 stories, so this is story 1, and I'll go to that story, let's say. There's no door in the elevator, it's just outside. This thing will continue at the same speed for its entire run up, which was what was so special about this. And here we are. You can see, we made it all the way up here, no jokes. See that piston extended. There's also a stairwell just in case you got stuck. But I'll show you also that the call button works for any floor. Okay, here you can see the pistons that are on top of it. Alright, so let's go to the top floor. Nice elevator music. Also, glass floor. Lots of connections. I don't know how he did this. I know the guy did this in a live stream, but how is beyond me. So yeah, this is the top floor, but there's a story with the stairs above this. And this is where the maintenance happens. You can see that there's a hole in the back here for all you can access all the pistons. There's a ton of logic over here. You can see a whole bunch of binary bits here, which are possible to make in this game. See tons of oh, now I have to go all the way back up. Yeah, but you can see a lot of logic up there. This is so actually impractical because usually you just have all the pistons extending at the same time, extending or descending at the same time, which would cause you to go either insanely fast or just whatever. But this person made it so that you always are going at the exact same speed in this elevator. It's coming here. Yeah, but the guy who made this when pistons came out, because bearings are significantly laggier than pistons. That timer needs to go up. Let's go back up to the top. What the? The radio transmission must have been blocked. See, our floor is counted here. And here we go. So, yeah, I just hopped off the... Yeah, so you can see this is an insane amount of logic. Trying to connect all these would hurt my eyes, though I could essentially do something like this. But now, if I could... Hey, you can see there's 2 radios here. I might say, go to floor number 1, and then we'll watch all the logic in action. So you can see things are changing. That stuff is changing. Those are changing. Oh, those are the amount of pistons there, I think, on the wall. You can see... I think these timers... No, the timers are not being used. I'm not sure why, but you can see that this thing is slowly ticking away. Probably waiting for these sensors to give an input as next floor, and it's there. So now I'm going to go call it back to the top here. Actually, hold up. I don't know why I'm showing this off, guys. Just showing you a bunch of this game is probably what I'm trying to do here. With the spud gun, you can actually, like, aim. You see that? Yeah, it's a nice 3D perspective. Don't fall. Yeah, that's a deep shaft. 20 stories, I tell you. I just want to show you guys the logic in action. These timers are not getting used at all. I don't know why. They're connected. But anyhow, yeah. So, this is Scrapmachanic, guys. Please make sure to like and subscribe for more of this. Check out the Discord link in the description. That's where the turn in for the thing that I'm gonna... for the challenge that I'm gonna give you guys is. And I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.